Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are watching this program from. I welcome you. I thank you for being part of this platform. If you are watching us from Biafra land, you are watching from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, I welcome you for this program. If you are watching from China, you're watching from Russia, you're watching from Israel, you are highly welcome. If you are a subscriber, a new subscriber, or a coming back subscriber, thank you so much for being part of this program. Please, I urge you to like and share this program as you join us. Like and share to family and friends. Share to your neighbors. Make sure you get this message across to everyone that is close to you. It is very important. For those who are joining this platform for the very first time, or those who are going to come across this video for the very first time, I want you to know that this platform where you are watching this program from is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform that is under the command of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, a platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this very platform, we bring information on the things that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria and the war that they have declared against the Biafra. We bring information that are coming from the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We bring information that are coming from the Biafra government, and we bring information that has to do with the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. As you all know, the restoration of independence of Biafra is something that will definitely happen, regardless what the enemies are saying. You can't stop it. It is coming with speed. Today is the 8th of June, 2024, being Saturday. And as you all know, it is always a routine for the Biafrans to have fundraising every Saturday to support the Liberation Army. So wherever you are watching this program from, make sure you join the fundraising, make your contribution to support the protection of your land and the defense of your land. You must support the Liberation Army. Your support to Liberation Army is the support for your defense. Do not buy into the lies they are telling you that the Liberation Army is committing a crime or that our Prime Minister is instigating violence. He is not instigating violence. The only message that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile is preaching is message of self-defense. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Exile and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra only pursued self-defense for the Biafran people, because it is obvious that the Biafrans have been left on their own, very vulnerable. Terrorists are coming from all angles, both in uniform and off uniform, and the government of Biafra cannot fold their hands and continue to watch the Biafrans being decimated after the Biafran people have given the government their mandate. Every one of us know that the government of Biafra has the mandate of the people. In this just concluded self-referendum, the first phase, because the self-referendum is still ongoing, the very first stage of the self-referendum just concluded after the Heroes Remembrance Day, we saw massive turnout that more than 40 million Biafrans gave their mandate to the Biafran government. That speaks volume. There is no way the Biafran government will fold their hands and watch these 40 million people's life being played with. No, they will not. That is why the self-defense of Biafra land have been activated to the highest level. What the Biafran government is doing today, what the Liberation Army is doing, is to defend Biafra land. It is called self-defense. They are not committing any crime known to man. They are not committing any crime known. International law supports self-defense, and that is exactly what they are doing to save the life of people because of where they have found themselves. Every one of us know that Nigeria itself is a terrorist government. Nigerian government is a terrorist government. We have seen Nigerian government recruit terrorists in their military. We have seen Nigerian government recruit terrorists in their police. We have seen the footprint of the terrorists everywhere. And we have seen former Chief of Army Staff came out and said openly that the military of Nigeria is colluding with the terrorists against the indigenous people. A former Chief of Army Staff, a very popular one at that, came out in the open. The video is still out there. That the military are colluding with the terrorists against the indigenous people. How can you hear all this and you fold your hands? If you do, it means you don't love yourself. It means your life doesn't have value. But if your life has value, you must do everything necessary to defend your land and protect yourself. That is exactly what the Biafran Liberation Army is doing today. And they will continue to do so. That is why you must support them. Support them with all your strength, with everything you have. You must put your money where your mouth is. And the only place where your mouth is today is in the Liberation Army. Their duty is to defend and protect Biafra land. Self-defense is what they are doing. They are not committing any crime. They are not criminals. They are not terrorists. They are defending the people under a legitimate government called Biafra Republic Government in Exile. That is under which they are operating. So we must continue to support them. Join the fundraising today. Join the fundraising. Give your support. Join this fundraising. Give as much as you can. Give to defend your land. It is necessary. Every one of us also has to know that because of the mandate the people has given to the Biafran government, the enemies of Biafra are pulling different kind of strings to deceive themselves. That is why they are using their stooge. They are using their politicians to push all manner of lies to distract Biafrans, because this is one of their strategy. Each time Biafra movement is gaining ground, each time success is coming, they will try to create a flag of operation somewhere to create problem or to create one propaganda or the other to distract people. Today, there are two major propaganda on the ground they are using. One is regional government. All of a sudden, people that claim not to know the meaning of restructuring, they claim not to know what regional government is. Today, they are talking about regional government. They are speaking about regional government. And when you see the way they speak about it, you will know there is no sincerity in it. It is just a distraction. And our Prime Minister has given a statement that said, the Biafran people will not be part of anything that has to do with Nigeria. All we want is the freedom of the people. Total and absolute freedom. And every gun-carrying personnel in Biafra land should vacate with immediate effect. That order remains. While we are dealing with that, they came again. Using their stooge in Biafra land, some idiots gathered themselves and they went to Abuja and they say they want to create another state. You do not have legitimacy in Biafran territory. How could you think of creating a state in an area where you don't have legitimacy? The people have cast no vote of no confidence on you for a very long time. And the vote of no confidence stands. That vote of no confidence is still there. You have not gone back to the people to seek their consent, whether they want you to stand for them or whether they want a state or not. Nobody was consulted. Some few people came together and they are trying to divide Biafra land the more. You can see how difficult it is for Biafran people to unite together again after several divisions that have created. Dividing brothers from brothers, dividing sisters from sisters, creating unnecessary barriers between family. While we are trying to deal with that and correct it, they are going further to divide Biafra land further for their own selfish interests, for their divide and rule. And our Prime Minister have issued a direct statement and say that will not happen. Any politician that gets involved, either by signature or by endorsement, that very bill to create a state, the Biafran people will come after you. And I bet you, after signing that bill or endorsing that bill, make sure you relocate to Abuja finally. Relocate to Abuja finally. Once you step your foot in Biafra land, you are gone. And the Biafran people will make sure you do not see the light of the day. You have betrayed Biafrans enough. You have trampled on the Biafrans enough. There is no way you can be claiming to be a representative when you are not speaking the voice of the people. The loud voice of the people in Biafra land today. And when we talk about Biafra land, we're talking about the present South and the Southeast according to their own word. The old Southeastern region. That's what we're talking about. The Lower Benue and Lower Kogi. This is where we're talking about. That you cannot divide us further. You cannot. You do not have that authority to speak on our behalf. The only government today that stands for the Biafran people is Biafra Republic Government in Exile. And if you dare make that move to create anything in our territory, you will be resisted and you are going to face the consequence. In short, once you endorse it, the Prime Minister said, remain in Abuja. Forget about Biafra land. Because if you step into Biafra land, what you see is what you're going to get. And because of that, another gate has been opened. Today, the Biafrans are not facing only the enemies of Biafrans afar. Those two, the instruments that the enemies are using to hold us and keep us in captivity, their own gates have been opened. And they will be haunted wherever they are. They will be haunted. Every one of them that is preaching their lies and blackmails, enough is enough. We have waited for too long. Finally, they have touched the tail of the tiger. In the midst of the dehumanization, in the midst of the tension that we are in now, even when they have seen that Biafra is gaining ground, even when they have seen that the Biafran people are very much ready to go home, they have come in mass to give their mandate to the Biafran government. And yet, someone somewhere will come out. Someone somewhere will come out and begin to talk about creating a state. That is the height of betrayal. And they will pay dearly. My fellow brethren that are watching, every Biafra must stand still and stand firm. If you have not given your mandate yet, go and participate in self-referendum. If you have not done so, go and cast your own vote. If you have not done, it is still on. The second phase is still on for those who have not voted. And I bet you, the declaration of the restoration of Biafra, which is slated to be on December 2nd, will happen. After that, Biafra land will be defended in all front. We must continue to give our focus, and our eyes should be on the rising sun. Eyes on the rising sun. No evil shall stand on our way. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect everyone that have listened to this very broadcast. Please, as you listen, like and share to other people so that we can be able to get this message to the end of the world. Join on the fundraising today. Give your widow's mind. It will go a long way. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move. Airborne.